As fans celebrated the 83rd anniversary of Batman Day a few weeks ago, many know that Batman is one of the most lucrative superheroes to ever grace the big screen, having undergone several iterations over the decades. With Robert Pattinson's success in becoming the latest live-action caped crusader in The Batman, the franchise certainly remains financially profitable, indicating that fans haven't seen the last of their favorite defender of Gotham City. Since 1989, Batman has appeared in 14 theatrically released films, portrayed by 7 different actors, each to varying levels of success. While debates have raged on about which of these actors was the best version of The Dark Knight, the box office does not lie. When the average earnings from each franchise is analyzed using statistics from the numbers, only one Batman can be the most financially lucrative. 7/7 George Clooney won film $238,235,719. Via the numbers, George Clooney infamously took up the cowl in Batman and Robin, the 4th film in the original Batman franchise. Taking over for Val Kilmer, Clooney starred in what is now considered to be the worst Batman movie ever made, earning disparaging reviews from fans and critics alike, and quickly bringing about the end of the franchise and his time as the eponymous superhero. While Batman and Robin was anything but a critical success, the film was not a total box office bomb. With only one film under his belt, Clooney's overall average earning as Batman is relatively safe, with no sequels or extraneous appearances to weigh down the initial earnings. Nevertheless, because of the poor reception to his version of the character, it is unlikely that Clooney would ever return to the role and is therefore destined to remain the lowest-earning Batman ever. 6/7 Will Arnett 3 films $322,928,771. Via the numbers, Will Arnett may not be the first person to come to mind when people consider Batman, but the comedian has actually portrayed the character in 3 films. First voicing the superhero in the Lego Movie, Arnett's take on Batman became a standout hit of the film, leading to his return in the sequel and in a self-titled spin-off. While the Lego Movie and the Lego Batman movie did surprisingly well at the box office, the Lego Movie, the second part, was a colossal failure when compared to the first 2 films of the franchise. Its low numbers severely lessen Arnett's average earnings as Batman, though the possibility remains that future appearances could still spike his numbers if successful. 5/7 Val Kilmer won film $336,567,158. Via the numbers, Val Kilmer took over the role of Batman from Michael Keaton in Batman Forever. The 3rd film in the original Batman franchise, while not as hated as its successor starring George Clooney, was a noticeable drop in quality from the previous 2. Though Kilmer is generally liked as the Caped Crusader, he would only make one appearance as the character before passing on the baton. Batman Forever did relatively well despite its less than enthusiastic reception from critics. The film was a financial success, causing a sequel to be greenlit, albeit without the involvement of Kilmer. The sequel helped boost Kilmer's career, even if it didn't quite do the same business as Keaton's films before him. 4/7 Michael Keaton 2 films $339,086,608. Michael Keaton is, in the eyes of many fans, the definitive Batman, who will finally be returning to his role in upcoming DCEU projects. The actor was the first to take on the role in live action since Adam West, portraying the character first in Batman and then in its sequel Batman Returns. Batman was a colossal success upon its release, garnering a worldwide total of $411,348,924. Via the numbers. Despite positive reactions to the film from fans and critics alike, the film was unable to spark the same interest for its sequel, which only made about half of its predecessor's earnings. Via the numbers. The severe dip in the profits of Batman Returns damaged Keaton's average box office draw as The Dark Knight, though not enough to put him below his immediate successors. 3/7 Ben Affleck 3 films $758,028,427. Via the numbers, Ben Affleck is the Batman of the DC Extended Universe, first taking up the cowl in 2016's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Though he would never appear in his own standalone film, Affleck's Batman was clearly being set up as a leader in the DCEU, making a cameo in Suicide Squad and a subsequent appearance in 2017's Justice League. Though there have been rumors that Affleck will appear in several of DC's upcoming projects, it would appear that Affleck's time as Batman came to an end, with Robert Pattinson taking on the role for the foreseeable future. Affleck's films, particularly Dawn of Justice, benefited greatly from the surge in popularity of cinematic universes. As a part of DC's answer to the MCU, Affleck's debut film as Batman was a major success despite critics panning the movie. However, Suicide Squad and Justice League would prove to be massive letdowns when compared to their large budgets and projected earnings, keeping Affleck's version of the character from surpassing certain others at the box office. 2/7 Robert Pattinson 1 film $770,836,163. Via the numbers, Robert Pattinson is the latest actor to take up the role of Batman for the big screen, appearing in Matt Reeves' 2022 hit film The Batman. Pattinson's superhero debut is a very different kind of superhero film, earning rave reviews from fans and critics alike. While no sequel has been officially announced, fans expect Pattinson to return to the role at least one more time, given the first film's success. With only one film under his belt so far, Pattinson could very well become the new highest-earning Batman star if future sequels and spin-offs prove as successful as the first. His sole appearance as the character already places him above franchise heavy hitters like Ben Affleck, ensuring that the latest iteration of the Caped Crusader has a bright future ahead of him. 1/7 Christian Bale 3 films $813,234,006. Via the numbers, Christian Bale debuted as Batman in 2005's Batman Begins, which sparked Christopher Nolan's beloved trilogy of films centered around the titular superhero. While the first film was a success, its two sequels, The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, greatly surpassed their predecessor, causing the franchise to garner over $2 billion at the worldwide office by the time that all three films had been released. The Dark Knight trilogy's success is largely attributed to the quality of the films, as it is often considered to be among the greatest superhero franchises ever made. While it seems unlikely that Bale will ever return to the role, he remains the current highest-earning Batman actor, surpassing even his two successors in the role. Whether the British actor will ever be unseated remains to be seen, but for now, he remains the most profitable Batman ever put to screen.